have to run it like a business. It's setting goals and learning to delegate.
I'm Maud Léger. This is the Realtors Conspiracy podcast, where we crack the code to real estate success. Learn from the top realtors, entrepreneurs, innovators about how to grow your business as we discuss real estate tips and tricks, success stories, mindset, processes, motivations, and the key to their success. Subscribe to our podcast, Realtors Conspiracy, today. This week, we're speaking with Linda Maguire from LePage. She's been a realtor for 15 years. What she loves the most about it is cultivating relationships, but she treats her business like a business. Let's discuss her success and her tricks today. Thanks for joining us today. I would love to hear what is exciting for you in real estate.
Oh gosh, everything, especially right now in this market. It's a busy market. But the most exciting thing is meeting different people and connecting with people and helping them reach their goals, real estate goals, and be happy where they're going to, and seeing that success is just so gratifying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. When what's
Mhm.
the most rewarding thing for you out of that?
I think it's, people are motivated to move and make a change in their life for reasons, and they're all different, different for different people. And to see that they reach that goal and they reach their, what motivated by, some are, they want to move closer to their family. And then once, they have accomplished that, you just feel so excited and happy for them. And so that makes me happy.
So you've been a realtor for 15 years. What would you say was a defining moment for you? What would you really felt success?
Well, I have to say, when you start to get busy and you know that you need help.
Mm,
And so that was probably year 3 or 4 with me. And unbeknownst to me, my husband put an ad in the paper for an assistant because I was working 24/7. I just couldn't keep up. So he did the interviews and hired someone to help me. And from there, it just, exponentially, it just grew.
nice. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So started with
Mhm.
an assistant. That was the
Mhm.
number one kind of
Yeah, and then
leverage.
we grew, with sales agents. So there's 5 of us sales agents on the team. So there's Kathy Buttram, Elaine Blumauer, my husband Brian is on our team, and my son Matt.
Yeah.
So we do the sales, and we have one client service specialist, Christy Smith, and she runs the show. So yeah, so there's 6 of us in total, and then we have some contract workers.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. What would you say is a quality that you bring as a realtor that got you to where you are today?
Well, I think it's being authentic. It's not chasing the dollar. It's not a transactional business. You have to build relationships with people, and some it takes time to do that. Um, so I guess it's the patience
Yeah.
um, and the connection with people. Um, and again, it can't be about the money. You have to be authentic that you really want to help them.
Yeah.
So I think that has made a difference.
People see that and then they want the relationship and how you can
Yeah,
service them.
and you have to work on that relationship, and you have to provide them with value,
Mm,
and you have to provide them with exceptional service. And if you do, then it's past clients or even your people that then they become your advocate, and they will do repeat business, or they'll refer you to their friends and family, and that's your bread and butter, actually.
so
Yeah.
it's kind of rewarding to have biggest fans who are gonna refer you.
Oh, absolutely. That's the greatest compliment that's someone can give you, is to refer you and trust you with someone that they care about and know.
Nice.
Mhm.
Very cool. What's the one thing that you did in your career that you'd feel generated the most success for you?
I'd have to say it was learning to delegate,
Nice.
and figuring out what my unique ability is. So what I love to do and what I'm good at,
Yeah.
which is, I think, the connection part with people and the networking. So it's figuring that out and then delegating the rest and saying, okay, I bring more value to the table doing what I enjoy doing, what I'm good at, what I'm passionate about, and delegating the paperwork, the social media, the marketing to great companies like yourself sold right away. So it's realizing that and then actually doing it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, type A personality is a lot in real estate, and I like control. And I'm, perfectionist by trait. So, doing that delegation wasn't easy, but realizing the importance that made a big difference with my career.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I totally can relate.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Where would you have gone, like when you were thinking about delegating, like for education or learning about how to run a business, like as a realtor wanting
Yeah.
to grow?
So my husband came from the business background. So, he defined corporations and helped corporations. So he helped, of course. And, we work with Royal LePage. And so Royal LePage is like a big family, and their management and all the other agents we network with. And they provide us with, assistance and help, and they're willing to share information. So we go to them. We also have, we do coaching with Richard Robbins.
Nice.
And so they, give us a different perspective and, accountability for our work. But mostly the networking with other agents, and management, that's really been a driving force for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
How do you generate new ideas? Is it from training or learning or doing research?
It's funny because my husband says ideas just fly out every second of the day.
Nice,
And I expect him to write them all down and act on them.
nice.
So yeah, it's a continuous learning.
Mm,
So I mean, I set aside time to do podcasts and listen to other people and to read. And again, the networking helps, and see what other people are doing,
yeah,
and what tools and strategies they're using to be proficient. So it's sharing information, and you get ideas from them. And I would say I'm the idea person, and need someone to implement those. So, and you can't do them all, so you
no,
have to prioritize.
yes.
But yeah, it's and our team is really good. We work great together, and everyone's willing to share, and we try and look at what we can do this year versus next year. And it's a process.
To
It is.
grow and keep
It's growing.
innovating.
Keep growing.
Nice. What
Mhm.
would be 3 action things that you've done in your career that everybody else should be doing?
Um, well, I think the delegating,
Go.
number one. If you look at um, what your GCI is and how many hours you put in a year. So if you're worth, let's say, $100 an hour, and you're putting on lock boxes, you can hire someone to do that for 20 or sign, then you should be delegating. So I would say that's one thing. I think you have to run it like a business. So it's setting goals, and making plans, and defining the roles and the process, and the tools and strategies that you need. Um, and before COVID, it was, we would I would get up in the morning, work out, and then go to the office if I wasn't meeting with a client. So running it more like a business, I think, is important.
Yeah,
Um, and I think, keeping in touch with your database, because again, that's your bread and butter. I think that's really key.
that's very cool. So running like a business, keep in touch with your database. That's huge. Very
And
huge.
delegate.
And delegate. Never forget. Do you have any procedures or techniques that you're thinking that you can't live without, that you're so happy you have that in place?
um, well, I would say the coaching.
Yeah.
Um, so that's really helped us propel ourselves. So that would be one. And I think we we do try and be organized through our process. So we have, again, running it like a business, we do have our defined roles. So
Mm,
for example, we get a listing, it goes to this person, there's 30 tasks that need to be done. she makes sure it's done or hires someone to do those things. So it is try and run it like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
It's very chaotic sometimes, but I think it's also the consistency. We do it the same way every time.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
yeah, so that helps us.
Very true. Like that's a lot of learning that new agents don't know. They think they're just going to be a realtor and it's going to be
Boy.
easy. And then to hear from experienced agent, all that stuff, that's phenomenal.
It's not that easy.
No.
No, it takes
What would
time.
what would be the best advice you've ever received?
Um, I would say, you have to be persistent. Like it is hard work. And I spoke with agents before I became an agent, and you have to put in the time. So you have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
And your mindset, you have to have a certain mindset
Hmm.
uh, to do that. And you also have to be strong because there's, disappointments in real estate, and you have to let that go and move on strong. So,
Nice.
mhm,
Very cool.
mhm.
And then you have a team that works with you. How do you empower your team?
Well, I hope we have fun.
Yeah.
That would be a very important part of our team. We have lots of fun. I think there's good connection there. We have consistent meetings. I mean, it's harder with COVID,
Yeah.
so we have to do them online every week. So we're consistent on that, and we work together. We go out and see each other's listings. We pick our each other's brains. Everyone knows what everyone's working on, um, and so we stay connected, and we have the same goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we help each other. So there's no competition, and we're trying to make each person on the team successful, and everyone tries to do that. When we go even to set up a house and stage it, everyone shows up and helps. Like it's we do work well together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have fun.
Important.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you. What's exciting for you coming up in the future? We're in lockdown right now, but what do you see is coming up that's exciting?
Uh, oh gosh, that's a good question because, it's really difficult right now. So exciting would be the vaccine, so we can go back to the office. Um, and exciting would be that we get more inventory, so our buyers have a chance in buying a house. But I think business-wise, I think business has changed through COVID.
Yeah.
And there are so many tools that you can use to stay connected with your clients. And, video is a big part of that, I think. And it's really exciting that you can reach people just like this
Yeah.
through Zoom call and stay connected face to face rather than texting and email that's a bit cold. So it's a little more personal
Hmm.
through video and Zoom. So yeah, so we're excited to continue to do that,
Nice.
with our clients. Yeah.
Are you keeping in touch with your clients doing like virtual events or doing some fun stuff like that?
Well, that's interesting because we haven't done that as a group,
Okay.
but individually, I try and reach out to my clients and set up
Nice.
a Zoom call. And I mean, in this business, it's a great business because you meet so many different people, and many of those people become your friends. So we have stayed in touch with a lot of them, and just to see how everyone's doing, health wise and um, psychologically, how they're making it as well. Because
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, we try and do that individually though.
Yeah.
Good idea though
Yeah.
to go a little broader.
Nice. There you go. Well, thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you for sharing. I can't thank you enough. Like all this information is so great that I hope it will be helpful for other agents.
My pleasure. Thanks for having us, and thanks for all your help too through helping us look great out there with your top-notch service. So thanks.